We are filling up fast. Andy, if you'll just keep admitting everybody, and put in the chat where you're zooming in from today. Where are you in the amazing KW world?
All right, California. Yeah. Washington. We got them all over.
Dayton, Ohio.
Yay. Us Dayton, Ohio too.
That's right.
Somebody's here with us.
Almost not far. It's awesome.
That's exciting.
I look all over. New York.
Oh my gosh. Columbus.
Iowa.
Yay. I love it.
Texas.
Which I'm going to be in Ohio soon, talking to Bruce Hardy's top 100.
Wait, in Ohio?
I mean, Ohio. Oh, sorry. Idaho. Boise.
Idaho? Yeah, Boise.
Oh, you know, it's where you wish you'd paid better attention to geography. Idaho. Yeah, Idaho soon. Can't wait to talk to those guys about building wealth. Yeah,
that's awesome.
My favorite subject.
So cool. All right, y'all. Well, good. Well, let's get going. First off, thank you all for being on with us today. Linda and I we've been hard at work on something, and we're going to share that something with you here soon that we're really excited about. Before we do that, though, I wanted to take a second. You know, when we think
you're muted.
Hey, Press, I accidentally muted you.
Oh,
there we go. All right. All good. Thank you. So let's take a second before we jump in and we announce what we want to announce for all of you. I want to take a second and let Linda talk about her profit share story, because I think for a lot of us, we had this conversation yesterday, Linda.
Yeah.
Someone very dear to us reminded us that the longer you're in this company, you kind of get immune to this thing called profit share.
Yeah.
And you kind of start to forget about the blessing it is, the gifts it brings, the amazing opportunity that it provides.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to take a second and just kind of set the scene. So will you take a second, Linda, and just share your story with profit sharing with KW and what it's done for your life?
Sure. And we have so many people in our masterminds and stuff that love profit share, and we hang around those people, but we also don't want to forget about the people who were like myself. I mean, honestly, Press, when I joined KW, I almost got irritated if people talked to me about profit share, because I associated it with like past, MLMs and things like that. And to be honest with you, I thought I was just going to buy, all the rent houses I could possibly buy and build wealth that way. So I really wasn't looking to build wealth. And so every time someone in my office would bring it up, I'd be like kind of irritated, to be honest with you.
What didn't you tell them for the first 4 years? Don't even talk to me.
4 years. Don't even talk to me about profit share. I'm busy. I was going to build such a big real estate business, and I thought that was going to solve all of my problems. Like most of our agents do. Most of our agents think that, oh, if I just sell more houses, I won't have any issues or any problems. And the truth is that's just not true, because wealth is something that you have to focus on and you have to do, and it's different than what you get when you sell real estate. And so, as agents, what we do is we tend to get our head down and we get it in the grind of selling houses. And as we sell those houses, we start to realize, oh crap, I got to do this forever. And that's kind of what happened to me.
What do you call it? The realtor dilemma?
It's the realtor dilemma. The last day we sell our last house is going to be our last dollar. Because most of us quit jobs to go into real estate to own our own business. And by the way, some of us will successfully turn it into a business. But even that, I've learned from many of my coaches and leaders that multiple streams of income is what we're going to need. One's never going to be enough, based on the way everything's trending and how long we're going to live and all the life's unexpecteds, like your parents getting older, your siblings maybe needing help. And so I remember the day in my office when I had a really bad day. It was one of those that everything that could go wrong did. Jimmy was out of town fishing.
Has anyone had one of those days in real estate where if it had gone bad, it went bad? Yeah.
Well, and I always say it's the day that you say, okay, remind me why I'm doing this again. And then where's my resume? And you literally, thank God for me, went and looked for my resume, and it reminded me that I was only making minimum wage before I got into real estate.
You weren't quite qualified for anything else.
I wasn't qualified for anything else. And so thank God I put that back in the drawer. But I did say, okay, what about this profit share thing? I need to get to the place where I'm selling houses because I want to faster than houses are going to bring it to me. How do I do that? And so
how many of us would love to sell houses because you want to, not because you had to?
Yeah. It's a lot better place to be. It's a total, you make better decisions. You make different decisions. I'm reading a great book right now called Your Future Self Now, which I love. And one they talks about is sometimes we go for the lesser goals instead of the bigger goals. And it's the lesser goals that actually keep us from the bigger future self that we have envisioned for ourselves. And so because of that, I was actually being coached. I was the number one agent in Keller Williams at the time. And so Gary was coaching me personally. And I remember saying to him, I must have mentioned to him that, oh my gosh, I need to figure out how a way to figure this profit share thing out. So first mastermind I'm at that he's there, he reminds me he asked everybody in the room to go around the room and pick another business, another stream of income besides selling houses. And I, fortunately and unfortunately, that day was sitting
at the best and the worst spot in the room.
I picked the best spot in the room. I was sitting next to Dave Jenks, across from Gary, in the very last seat. And Gary started on the other side. So mortgage was taken, title was taken, insurance was taken, everything was taken. I literally couldn't think of another stream of income that a realtor could use to make extra money. And so thank God, Gary and Dave both looked at me and said, what about profit share? You've been dying to learn about profit share more now that my mind was open to it. And that's what leaders do, right? I mean, your leader shows up and reminds you of what they've probably been trying to tell you all along, but you haven't been ready to listen. And so it was from that, we had to leave that mastermind and go do a pro forma. And so I had no idea where profit share came from. How do you figure out how much you get? Any of that stuff. But in most things, if you just jump, you'll figure out how to fly on the way down. And that's what I did. I had no idea how to do a pro forma, what it would look like, what it would mean, but it was a game changer because when I did that pro forma, I was convicted that we were given such a gift and I was snubbing my nose at it, and probably how many other people were too. And if I was going to be a leader in this company, I owed it to myself to share this opportunity with other people and help them see when they were ready what profit share could really do for your life. And it could be one of your substantial other streams of income so that you're selling houses someday because you want to, not because you have to.
So how's that profit share thing worked out?
It's actually worked out pretty darn good. The pro forma, most people ask me about the pro forma. The pro forma was really right on. I had to go get someone smarter than me to help me put the pro forma together. But it actually fell pretty close to what the pro forma said. And so really only thing it taught me is go focus on building your front line and the rest will take care of itself.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did.
Or as Aaron teaches us, right? Build it wide and time will build it deep. Right,
yeah.
Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, look, that's the Dave Jenks line. So, we got to give a shout out to the great Dave Jenks always, because he's he's one of those giants that we stand on the shoulders of.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely. Yeah,
right.
So true. So yeah, that was a game changer for me. And then when the next big wake up call for me, Press, was when I realized that I was not doing something to people. I was actually doing something for people. I was changing people's lives. And that took it to a whole different level. When you understand that recruiting is not really recruiting, it's actually changing people's lives. And it's, I always say none of us are good enough to make a seller sell, a buyer buy, or an agent join. But what we can do is help them self-discover that whatever their dreams and goals and their bigger future self is, can be reached much quicker here at this company. Yep. Then you're going to change their life. No doubt about it. I'm here in Ohio today because of a lady that felt like she was too old to do anything new. And she had lived her life in such a way that she had earned the right to change other people's lives and to build her downline through people she had helped along the way and build a small office, an independent office. And today we're going to her grand opening. She's in a little small town. She already has 60 people.
In 3 years.
In 3 years. She has built her own building. I mean, that kind of stuff that's when you've been doing the right thing, because you're changing someone's life. You're not, and the byproduct is, I always say, when you bring enough value to the world rewards you with money. You don't have to worry about the money part of it. Just worry about changing people's lives. And so I'm thankful that, and I always say the worst thing happens to you is usually the best thing. That worst day turned out to be my best day, because it really made me wake up and say, okay, let's talk about profit share. I need to understand it better. And so the point of that is lots of us have been here long enough. And I think it was Sherry that brought it up on the call yesterday, that we tend to just get immune to it. And it's like, it just falls on deaf ear. And that's, to me, I think I always say, I want to live my life in such a way I have no regrets. And I don't want anybody to say at the end of their life, and man, you know what? Profit share would have been an amazing legacy for me to leave, and think of all the experiences that I could have provided along the way had I maybe just focused on profit share and building it a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. So for those who don't know, Linda and Jim over their lifetime at KW have made over $16 million. They just recently passed that, I think 2 months ago. And so when you think about the kind of money, what a gift, life-changing money. Now, as her son and beneficiary, I probably will never see that because she's going to probably outlive me. But my kids are going to be well taken care of because of the gifts of this company.
Well, and I think about Press, you growing up. I mean, none of us know if our kids are going to grow up and want to do this crazy business. Most of them say, I'm never going to sell real estate. They just say that, right? Because they see our crazy lives. But the truth is, they might grow up and want to be a part of it. And I think, Press, you'd have been pretty ticked if you'd have grown up and learned about profit share, and we'd said, that's no big deal. I'm busy selling houses.
Well, in all honesty, it was more profit share than anything that enticed me to this company, because I watched, you show me a company where we can align all of our interests together through the profits. It just spoke to my soul, and I watched it change y'all's life. And so I wanted to set the stage with all of that, because Linda and I and Aaron and the rest of us who are out there on a day-to-day basis talking about profit share, we are on a mission. We are going to reignite the conversation of profit share and the excitement around the opportunity in this company.
Yep.
So with that being said, I'm curious, what do y'all think the announcement is? Put in the chat.
Let's see who can guess it.
Any guesses what our announcement is? And while you're doing that, I'm going to share my screen. Let's hope this works. All right. Awesome. All right, screen is shared. Comments over here. Okay, what do y'all think? What is the big surprise? Any guesses? Zach says the ILC change. That did happen, but that is not the big surprise. Nope.
No, but Andrew makes a really good point. Then you could take that 16 million and buy other businesses and other investments. Yeah.
Aaron, that's the best. Aaron, yes. Big announcement. Aaron's been adopted into the McKissack family. New enhancements to our program, market center version of our PSM sites. All of those things are coming. That is not the announcement today. A lot of really good guesses, though. We'll go ahead and tell everyone. We're super excited.
Someone thinks we have a profit share community, which we do have that.
We do have that, yeah. But what we are announcing is our second annual Profit Share Virtual Summit is going to be on October 26th of this year from 10 to 4 Central Time. And if you remember last year, we had Gary Keller as our keynote.
Well, before you do that, Chris, how many of you were actually at that summit last year? And we had a overwhelming demand that we make this something that was annual, because no one, I can't believe in all the, what did we just celebrate? 40 years?
Yep.
This company, we'd never done something on a regular summit, profit share summit on an annual basis. And I had not even thought about it like that.
Yep. So we're super excited. We have an amazing lineup. If you remember, we had Gary Keller was our keynote last year. That's pretty top of the line when you come to keynote. And
but we beat that this year.
I think we might have. And then we had a number of amazing people. I'm going to share some of who we have coming to present. However, I want to know, who do you think is our keynote this year?
Who would be better than Gary?
Who is it? Who's our keynote this year? What do you think?
All right.
Put in the chat. John Maxwell. Eric, that would be a good one for sure.
And we Press did that this year at our Mega Agent Mastermind. But
you know what I really love is everyone guessing that it's Mo Anderson, because that's exactly who it is.
Yes.
So we are so excited that our theme for this year, and Aaron, I got to give you credit because I think I heard this from you, but KW culture begins with profit share.
Yeah.
And that has really spoke to me this year. And when you think about the culture keeper in this company, you think about Mo Anderson.
Yeah.
And so getting to hear from her perspective of this gift that we have and her renewed excitement for it. We've had a little bit of a conversation with Mo just in preparation, and she is over the moon, totally stoked to be able to be with us that day. So Mo, yes, Mo Anderson is our keynote. And then I wanted to highlight a couple rock stars for you real quick who are going to be on this event. We have what I think is a pretty killer lineup. First and foremost, you got Linda McKissack, myself, we'll be there presenting. Mo Anderson will be our keynote. Two people I want to highlight. One of the things that make profit share work is we need more highly profitable market centers. The more profitable our market centers are, the more we profit share. So we actually,
And by the way, it's already working. It's already throwing off a lot of money.
That's right. That's right. And just the more profit you add into it, the better it gets. And so we've got Laura Donna and Andy Peters. They are the TL and the operating partner for the #1 most profitable market center in the system. And we're going to have an interview with them talking about how you build from an agent perspective and from a market center perspective, a highly profitable market center.
Yeah.
So we're super excited to layer that in this year. It's something we didn't do last year. We also have Nick Avila and Jules Presta. Last year, Nick recruited 120 people in 1 year into his downline, and Jules recruited over 150 last year alone into her downline. And so they were 2 of the top in the company last year, and we're going to have them share their lessons learned and how others can go have the same level of success.
Yeah. And one of the things I love about them is they're young and new, and they came in and they saw it. And again, like Sherry said yesterday, sometimes we've been in so long, we're immune to it. But when these guys come in, it's fresh. And so that's another reason why we need to always keep it top of mind, because you never know who in the audience is going to say, man, I want to do that. I want to work on that. And hopefully they're in your downline when they do.
Yep. We also have the one and only Jason Abrams. And if you don't know, Jason spent the last 6 years working with Gary Keller on multiple agent appointments. And
Yes,
so
I'm excited for that.
They are masterful at the way that you learn the skill set, because learning how to talk to agents is a skill set, just like learning to talk to buyers and sellers. So he's going to work with us on the models and the way you communicate the value proposition of KW as someone who is trying to attract more people to the company. So super excited about that one.
Yeah. And what I love is I can't wait to get the insights from him. By sitting next to Gary, we're going to learn from somebody who has done it for 40 years. He's never stopped helping build this company. And you're going to realize that he uses the tools in KW. And I can't wait to hear those stories.
Yep. And then I don't know if you've ever heard of this guy. His name's Aaron Kaufman. He's going to be
a little passionate about profit share.
He had the inside scoop on this today. And actually, he's going to be one of our key speakers for the event. And Aaron is going to deliver like he always does as the chief KW stakeholder, and helping all of us learn how to carry that mantle and use that in our conversations with agents, both internal and with people who aren't with us yet.
Yep.
And then we also have Sue Adler and Brian Kemp. They are both, here's what I love about them. #1, they're top agents in KW, but #2, they're also top profit share earners.
Yep.
There is a way to build a big business and big profit share, and they're going to teach us how. And then last but not least, we have Lisette Montoto and Molly D'Amato. So they're going to talk on KW growth share, which is a super big growing segment of profit share. And then Molly's going to talk on K-Score, K-Prep, some of the tools we have to use inside of our company to attract more people in.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, we wanted to just kind of give you a taste of our amazing Rockstar lineup. And then we also have one more surprise that we think is just going to make this event over the top.
Oh, yeah.
That is that we are introducing profit share swag into the mix. And so we're pretty excited about this. We've had some fun coming up with some pretty amazing designs for all of you to get. And what we're going to do from this event is 100% of the profits from any of the swag is going to go to support KW Cares.
Yeah.
Because they, again, our culture begins with profit share. And part of what we want this event to do is to support our amazing nonprofit, KW Cares. They really need money right now with all the disasters that they've had to fund the last 2 years and with the market being down and everything. So so my ask is this: please go check out our swag and go get something, because again, 100% that's going to go to support them. And we've got some cool team leader designs. We've got cool agent designs. And kind of everything in the middle, and we'll be adding more and more. And again, it's to support our awesome KW Cares.
So once you read a couple of them that are your favorites.
A couple of our favorite ones. We've got mug fueled by profit share and coffee. That one's pretty good.
Both are very important.
I Change Lives at KW mugs, probably one of my personal favorites. Success is best when it's profit shared. We've got this is maybe more of a team leader shirt, but it says recruiter crossed out, people developer.
Well, that could work for a team too, though, quite honestly, because a team is a team leader of a team.
Yep. And then we also have a profit share definition shirt. So no, we don't have any postcards or note cards, but that is probably something we could add pretty easy. So if you have cool ideas, maybe
Yes,
post in the chat what you think, and Andy on our team can kind of go look at what some of those.
And one of
cool
my
ideas would
favorite
be.
shirts, Chris, is the one you're wearing today. And I get everybody when I wear it, ask me, where can I get one of those? And it says, build wealth, change lives, create a legacy. Cause that is truly the foundational piece of how you build your profit share.
Yeah, that's right. So again, profitshareswag.com is the link for that. As you get your ticket for the event, you'll also see we have a kind of like a page that has all of our swag on it for you to go and get. So again, our goal is for this event to be a huge supporter of our awesome nonprofit. And so that's really what we have for you today. If you want to attend, we would love to have all of you. You can scan the QR code, or just like last year, you can go to profitsharesummit.com.
Yeah.
And get your ticket. Again, the dates are October 26th, and it's going to be from 10 to 4.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Linda, any last things you want to share?
Well, I know we have agents on here. How many of you actually have a team? Raise your hand kind of if you have a team or an assistant or anyone, because we have a great, I think she was on maybe on last year, can't remember, but we have a great team in our office here who has made it part of a way that they can build wealth for their admin. So, you know, there's so many ideas you can get from, I mean, this person is an administrative person, but she gets to use a little bit of her time and they pay for the, you know, doing it. But had they not been aware of profit share and the opportunities, they would have never had the idea that I can't offer my team a 401k or necessarily, or insurance or all those things, but what can I offer them? And one of the things they're offering her is to help her build her downline, which is kind of cool.
Yep, that's right. I also see some great suggestions in the chat. So thank you all for helping. You know, we're just dipping our toe in the swag stuff. So it was just something we wanted to layer in this year. So thanks for your feedback and suggestions. We'll go take all those and go put some good plans together. Bottom line is, don't miss this event.
Yes.
Like, let's use this event as a catalyst for you. We all, you know, the hardest thing for any entrepreneur to focus on is building wealth.
Yes.
And so this event is intended, and everything Linda and I do is all on the wealth side. It is hard. And I tell our community all the time, got over 300 people who are using our recruiting sites and in our programs. And the fact that they're on every month focusing on their wealth is a huge testament to their mindset as an entrepreneur, because it's easy to go focus on right now money. It's hard to focus on building long-term wealth.
Yeah.
So use this event as a long-term wealth builder for you. And we would love to see you on October 26th. You're going to get to see us. You're going to get to see Aaron, and an awesome lineup. You'll get to see Mo.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hope to see all of you there. If there was somebody not on the call that you think should hear about it, be sure and pass the message along, especially if you've already got a downline. Be sure and pass it along to that downline. You never know who in your downline is going to wake up like I did that day and say, hey, This is a gift and I need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's right. If there's any questions, we've got like 2-3 minutes before we have to hop to our next Zoom. But if anyone has any questions, raise your digital hand. We'll pull you forward. You can ask away while you got us. Other than that, we appreciate all you guys, and we'll see you at the summit.
See you at the summit.
All right, y'all. Sounds good. Looks like all your questions are answered. Aaron, thank you for all you do. Everyone, thank you guys. We'll see you at the summit.
See you at the summit. Thank you,
October
guys.
26th. See ya.